Listen, I told the Instagram, I said, you keep putting a space for me to put a title, and I'm going to put something stupid every time. I'm going to put something stupid on the friggin' title. Don't ask me, what title is this? I don't know, Instagram. I don't know what to call it. I have no name for you. It's called, we just going to sit here and chat until I feel like it. That's the title. And so we're going to do it. Afternoon Quickie Makeup. Hi guys. More PI stories. Yeah. The PI stories are coming. So, okay, here's the deal with the PI stories. I am really it asked me for a title, and I'm like, I don't know. Afternoon Quickie Makeup. I don't know. Hey, Gloriana. Okay, so let's talk about the PI stories. I have to be really careful when I talk about the PI stories. So when I tell you a PI story, oh, thank you. I'm glad you, I love how it's all the girls. No, there's no makeup in the title. It said, what's the title? And I said, I don't know. Afternoon Quickie Makeup. So with the PI stories, I have to be really careful how I tell them. Hi, son.
Hi.
So I have to make sure that enough details have been altered in my story so that it's not exact. So like sometimes if I say he, it might be a girl, or, vice versa. Just to change it enough so that you get the idea of the story without someone being able to say, oh my gosh, that was me, right? So I kind of change them up a little bit just to kind of like not make it so identifiable. Also, I love you too, baby. So anyways, there's Quickie PI stories. Yeah. So there's a lot of stories I still have to tell, but number one, I feel like it wasn't fulfilling me as much because you got to remember, like, I was in it, right? And so when you're doing the cases, it's not as fun. And so like, took me 3 episodes to realize it was your voice. Shut up! Oh my gosh, really? Well, thanks for listening to the podcast. I'm so glad. So I want it needs to be fulfilling for me also, right? So what I realized was that I was doing the PI stories, but they became less and less fun for me to tell. And so I decided I was going to only tell them when I felt it. Like when I felt like I wanted to do the PI stories, then I would do them. But I didn't want to do the PI stories when it wasn't something that I was like, do you know what I mean? Anyways, so the PI stories are still coming. But I have found a huge passion in makeup and connecting with women over makeup and beauty. And so I've really been focusing on that a lot, but I will make sure that like you still get your PI stories. I need to feel it. It's hard because I don't feel like they're funny, but everyone else does. And so when I don't feel like they're funny, it's hard for me to tell them. So then I end up recording and then I'm like, nope, I don't like it. And then I just delete it. I don't want to feel like I have to do it. Like I want to do it because it's fun. Like in the beginning it was fun. And then it was like, people started getting mean about it. Like, oh my God, there's no part 2. And like, oh my God, so you didn't find out what happened? Like, no, like I didn't. Like, that's it. You got the closure that I got. Anyways, so yeah. And also, can we talk about how many women are like, what? Quickie? And there's like, I love it. Like women can be very sexual creatures too. I love it. Fruit of the Loom, man. They were crazy. Marshall and Melinda. This guy was big. Like he had his belly all out and he's like, Melinda, and he's belly hanging out of his Fruit of the Looms, and it was so funny. And this guy came out of his freaking house with one white sock, one black sock, one was tall, one was short. And I was like, what is this fella doing? Anyways, thank you for sharing about the podcast. I really appreciate it. So let's do some Quickie makeup. And also, by the way, I'll be in Hawaii. I'm going to Maui in March of next year. Are you by Maui? I don't know. I'm not familiar with the geography of Hawaii. I literally say screaming like a cat in a room full of rocking chairs. Oh, so funny. I love blondes, I guess. My husband calls me squirrel brain because my mouth can't up to my brain. It can't catch up. I can't catch up. We're doing different things. Anyway, so last night I did a live here on Instagram and I did the method of applying makeup. I'm on Big Island. Please support local while you're there. Oh, cool. Okay. I did the makeup where you do like the lines and the application where it's like I did the lines on one side and I did the like a full face of foundation and then, you know, layered in everything else on that side. And I'm not very clear on like which one you guys want to learn the most. And so I feel like I want to do it again just to show you, because a lot of you here now were not there last night and vice versa. So I feel like if I just continually just show up all the time and continually just show you how easy this makeup is, that maybe one day you'll trust me and be like, oh, she's not full of baloney. Oh my gosh, you're gonna love it. It's okay to be nervous. Be totally nervous. Just have a makeup wipe nearby. It's a great weapon against makeup that you don't like. And if you don't care for something or a placement, then just like wipe it off. But I'm here to tell you. And as a matter of fact, yeah, we'll do an eyeshadow. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do this very messy. Watch this. I want to show you this. When you apply your makeup, right? Most of you, I won't use a small brush because most of you have like, let me see. No, I do want to use a small brush because I want to show you the places. Okay, watch this. Small brush. This is a smudge brush, right? If I order today, will I get it next week? Yeah, it's like 2 to 5 days, if that. And usually it's much quicker. Okay, so this is the smudge brush. When you apply your makeup, I want to show you that it does not have to be precise or exact. I want to show you kind of scribbling on your face like a toddler. So let's just do that. Okay. A lot of people think, oh my God, I'm scared of this makeup. I'm going to mess it up. Girl, no, you're not. Just watch. Just watch. Look, I'm just going to scribble it on and show you like literally how messy this can be. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm just applying this contour kind of where I know I need the lines to, ooh. See what I mean? You can't mess it up. If you put it in the wrong space, you just like wipe it. It's fine. Okay, so this is my contour. See how it's like super messy? It's not like, it literally like a toddler did it. So you are a toddler with a crayon. See, you know how toddlers hold it in their fist like this and they kind of do this number? Look, that's my contour, okay? This makeup doesn't have to be perfect. When it blends, you'll be like, well, holy crap, she was right. Okay, the other end I'm going to use for my brightening highlights. This is my contour. This is my brightening highlight. Same thing. Scribble, scribble, scribble. So we are literally, I am scribbling. Look, scribble. See? Scribbling on my face. Usually I don't do it like this. Like it's a lot neater. But I just want to show you that it does not have to be perfect. Okay? So toddler holding a crayon. No coordination. It's just everywhere, right? That's a little bit much, but it's fine. So I want to show you how when you scribble on this makeup like a lunatic and then you blend it, it is so pretty. Okay? Okay. So that's my contour, which is the scary color. Everybody's like, I don't need a contour. It's fine. Because they're scared of the dark color. They're like, what is it going to do? Look how stupid. Okay? Watch. My main shade, I'm still matching to Goddess. I'm matching to my self tanner right now. So slather, like just kind of like a toddler scribbling, okay? Wait, oh, wrong one. We are literally scribbling, okay? Literally, I want you to scribble your makeup on your face. You can get it generally in the right area and it's going to be fine. I promise you. Okay? You don't want to apply too much, so you don't want to like get all crazy. Stop bending your bristles. Nikki, this is for people who don't understand the not bend your bristles yet. This is for people who are like, wait, what? What? Once they get the hang of it, then they need to not bend the bristles. But for right now, toddler. We're focusing on applying our makeup like a hot mess toddler, okay? This is what we're doing. The reason I want you to do this, the reason I want you to try the scribbling is because I want you to get the idea that it's okay. It's not perfect, okay? Okay? All right, so this is the smudge brush. I just dog the shit out of these, just scribbling them. Anyways, we scribbled. I scribbled on my face with my contour. I did all the things. I got it everywhere, okay? Butterscotch and Sedona. Yes, I sure can. Actually, let me do that real quick because I have ADHD and I will forget. It's been a struggle. Butterscotch and Sedona. Hold on. I'm looking at I got the big palette with all the colors and so I gotta find it. Hold on. This is, butterscotch is missing. That's fine. Okay. Hold on, I gotta find butterscotch. Where is my Butterscotch. Butterscotch is somewhere. It's in another palette. Hold on. It's the best makeup you will ever put on your face. She said it. She told you. This one's Butterscotch. Butterscotch. I almost dropped my palette, but it's fine. Butterscotch, Sedona. And then obviously that's blended. Butterscotch, Sedona. Okay, so this is if you're just popping on. They say you're not supposed to say that as an influencer. Thank you. You like my shirt? It's from Rue 21. They say you're not supposed to say I'm just hopping on, but like it's just kind of it's what you say. Anyways, whatever. I don't listen to the coaches. They can suck an egg. Okay, so we've scribbled on our face like a toddler going to town on a wall with a crayon. Okay, no big deal. You like, what are you gonna do? Like, don't draw on the walls and then let them wait a year and they'll stop drawing on the walls and then you just paint it. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Your house isn't gonna fall down because a toddler drew on your wall. It's fine. Okay, take your brush, just like you're gonna paint over what the kid did, and you're just gonna not bend your bristles. This is where you want to be really light. And you just kind of tap it into your skin, okay? If you are trying to apply like super heavy layers, it's gonna be a little bit harder to blend. So try to go light. Like, you probably don't go like crazy like I did, but I'm just trying to make an example that like you can use a lot less and get and it doesn't have to be perfect, and get the same amount or get the same coverage and the same finish. Our bathroom walls have toddler scribbles. Whatever. I don't know. I think like so many people yell at their kids for coloring on the wall, and I'm like, first of all, like, color on the wall. I'd give them crayons and be like, go nuts, draw whatever you want. I don't care. We have paint. It's fine. If you guys are undecided, hands down, I fell in love with it. I started off with the bronzer and the bronzer brush, and I quickly put my order for the highlight and slowly grew my palette. Oh, that's such a smart idea. Yeah, start small and like just keep building. Okay, so this is the 3D brush, and I am lightly just tapping in all those crazy toddler scribbles, right where they go. So I'm not like wiping them away. I'm not wiping them off. I'm just pressing it into my skin. So the wall is not porous, but my face is porous. So what it's going to do is this is going to melt right into my skin. You do not have to get all crazy and start like swirly whirling and try. What happens is people, I think, get scared of these dark colors and they're like, oh, and start like scraping the brush against their skin like this. You don't have to do that. We're just kind of lightly tapping. We're just kind of lightly tapping, right? So this is where if you can kind of learn that like you don't need anything super crazy, and you do not need perfection, just like your kids do not need perfection. It's all great to them, right? It all works out in the wash. Nobody needs perfection. Like, I don't know whose idea that was to say, oh, we need to be perfect, but it's just not true. So right now I'm using Golden Hour as a main foundation shade, and then I'm using Linen as the brightening highlight. So with my contour, it was crazy, right? And I was just scribbling, but look, you can't really tell. Like, it all just melts into the skin. All of these shades are all the same consistency. So they're just melting together. We're not mixing them together like a freaking spoon in a freaking thing of soup. Like, we're just not making Nesquik, just kind of lightly tapping. So you see how all that craziness, all the toddler scribbles are just melting into the skin. And I use self-tanner, so I always have to match my self-tanner to my makeup, because then I want to wash my face and then the self-tanner comes off quicker, and that's what I do. So that's why I use a darker shade. And by the way, if you want the link to my self-tanner, I have a discount link for it. It is so freaking good. You'll love it. I think you comment, it's from Pasty Girl. Yeah, Pasty. So you comment the word like pasty. How many brushes would you recommend? You can do your entire face with one brush. No problem. I like having the different options. So if you want fuller coverage one day and less coverage the next day, you might use a dense brush for like the fuller coverage, but then a fluffier brush for the lighter coverage. So it depends on what your needs are, which is another reason I love this makeup. It's so customizable. Every product you purchase individually. So you can choose, hey girl, hey! You can choose the brushes, you can choose the shades, you can choose literally everything. So you just, what I like to work with you on is figuring out, okay, how do you like to wear your makeup? What are your preferences? Oh, I like a really light coverage. Then I'll probably recommend just like a medium to light coverage brush for you. And you can always add more later, but they're all double-ended, so they all do double duty. So it's really preference on how you like your makeup. Okay, my contour scribbles, right? Contour scribbles, we're just tapping it in. We're just tapping it right into our skin. This is not like anything crazy. It's not like a powder or a liquid where when you put it on your face, it has all the alcohols in it and it like evaporates. So it leaves the pigment essentially staining your face. And then you always have like that color right there that you can't get rid of and you can't fix and you have to wipe the whole thing off and start again. This makeup is very forgiving because it just melts into your skin and you can easily manipulate it if it's in the wrong place or whatever. It is so easy to use. Anybody can use it. Anybody can do it. It's so easy. The detail brush and bronzer, is that good? Yeah. The detail brush is good for full coverage because when the bristles are more like they're pressed together kind of tightly and they're not real fluffy, that's going to give you a fuller coverage because it's going to press, but it's not going to spread at all. Whereas this brush is a little bit more fluffy, and so it's just enough bendy to kind of like blend your makeup a little bit more sheer, right? So, okay, all those scribbles, and look, it's fine. Like, it's totally fine. It does not have to be perfect, okay? I promise you it does not. And yes, if you are 59, girl, the older you get, the older someone gets, the more I recommend this makeup. It will not settle in your lines and wrinkles. You don't need a whole lot. You don't need to go super crazy with it, and you can just wear very little, get a very youthful glow. So when we get older, we start to lose that vibrancy in our face. This makeup will help to bring it back and, add that hydration. So it's good for your skin. Like, I don't know if there are very many things that I don't like about this makeup. I would have to sit down and really think about it. Yeah, your face is your palette. Yes, exactly. I am Bob Ross. Okay, so I tapped those colors in, right? So even if you're a makeup idiot and you slapped it on, like did you see my 10-year-old boy, my 10-year-old son did my makeup the other night and it blended and I was like, it looks good, it looks fine. So I tapped all that in, all the colors kind of blended. You see where it's bright right here where I put that brightening highlight, and then it's dark where I put the contour and all the things. If you are someone who scribbles, you're very heavy-handed, just do what I just did. Just scribble it on. And then little by little. Oh, so when I say one layer of makeup, that's what I just did, right? So one layer of makeup is the contour here, which provides coverage, the brightening highlight here, which provides coverage, and then the foundation here. So this is one layer of foundation, right? The rest is just extras. But with the extra shades, like the bronzer, for instance, is very, very sheer. And because these are all one consistent, like they're all the same consistency, they melt together. So you're not really stacking makeup on top. It's just kind of melting together whenever you add more. So because you use so very little and it just like meshes together really pretty, you're not just like layering different textures on top of each other. Up to Jesus. Yes, isn't he so cute? Up to Jesus. You can also do like your bronzer and your blush all in one layer too, like all everywhere where they go. I prefer doing it this way so I get a full nice like one layer canvas. And then, so like for instance, the next thing I like to do is add my bronzer, right? So when I add my bronzer, it's so very little. There's very, very little. Yes, thank you, Nikki. Each product provides coverage, right? So now when I tap this on top of my cheekbone, you see how little I used, but how much pigment I got. So it really does look like you are layering a crap ton of products. but these are all literally melting all together. And like I said, the bronzer is sheer, so it really looks like your makeup has a flawless finish, and it really does. And so I think that that's really cool. Whereas like if you have like a liquid foundation, right, and it's alcohol, it has alcohols in it and drying ingredients, right, because it can't stay liquid on your face. So what it does is it evaporates, leaving a layer of pigment. So now you have a layer of paint on your face, right? So now instead of like melting into your skin, it's sitting on top. Then you're coming in and adding, like, let's say a powder bronzer. So now you have this dried coat of paint on your face. Then you have a powder bronzer sitting on top. And then the more you add, it just starts to get more cakey and more cakey. And so with this makeup, there's so few ingredients and it goes such a long way. You need so very little that everything is just melting. You can still see my skin. You can still see it's not cakey, like it's not super heavy. And it's really cool. And then the more you use it, the more you can kind of determine like, oh, I want to do a lighter coverage or a fuller coverage today or whatever. And then if you wanted to, apply any other kind of, like if you want to mix your other makeup products with it, you totally can. But the idea is that everything's all in one. It's easy and it's convenient, it's affordable, it travels easy and all the things. So where that is like that cool gray ashy tone for the contour, I'm kind of tapping the bronzer on top. And it's all, the heat from your skin will soften this a little more on your face and it'll just like create this really pretty. I still can't log into Saint. Oh no! I'll when I get off of here, I'll message you, Lisa. Are you do I have your text? I have your text, right? If not, just send me a text and say, hey, help me with this. Okay, so now I've done my bronzer. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of blush. Super, super light. You do not need a whole lot of blush. Like you will go overboard if you ain't careful. So I take my brush kind of in between all of these, lightly tapping, and I just kind of mix. It's fine. Even that is too much. But you see how little, like it's just on the tips of the bristles. That's how little you need. And look at how lightly I apply it. Super, super lightly. Just kind of tapping it on. It's great if you have issues with your hands too. Yes, Nikki, that's a good point. My sister-in-law came on and she was talking about her multiple sclerosis and how it really, she has arthritic hands, but also the multiple sclerosis really, it causes a lot of pain and a lot of, discomfort, especially when she applies her makeup. And she said, these brushes are light. It makes it really easy to apply. And because it doesn't take very long, I can still like put on my makeup and feel pretty even when I'm in pain. And I was like, oh man, like that really touched me. So there's my blush. I just kind of tap on some shades. So that adds a little bit of that pretty feminine color, right? And then you can take any of these shades, slap it on your lips. And I want to show you too, while you guys are here, there's a lot of times when I add, where did I do with my royal color? Hold on, I'm missing one. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. There's a lot of times when I add this color to someone's color match, this one in black cherry, royal and black cherry, and people look at me like I have 17 heads and they're like, I'm not wearing that, so no. But I want to show it to you in person so that you know that I'm not a crazy pants. This color is royal, this color is black cherry. These are sheer, so they blend out real pretty. So this is not like a color that stays that dark, because when you tap it into the skin, this is what cream makeup does. Cream makeup, it blends really sheer. So that's why whenever I color match a lot of people and they're like, girl, what are these colors? And what are these colors on the website? And they try to color match themselves and they're like, oh, that's too light. And I was like, yeah, well, maybe if you listen to me, then it's fine. But basically you want to try not to pay attention to the color, because the color will always be too dark. Even if you swipe it on your face, it should be way darker than your skin. And then whenever you blend it, it just gets really, really sheer and really pretty. So anyways, let's talk about those colors. So this one's royal. I've been loving this one as a favorite, okay? It looks really red. It looks really dark, but I want to show you. This is that Mackenzie. She ain't wrong. Just listen to Mackenzie. I'm gonna get that on merch. Okay. See that royal color? It's nothing to be scared of. It's even like it's like a lip stain kind of, right? Thank you, Lisa. These are my best friend Tiffany makes the custom nails. She makes custom press-ons if you want some. This, I had another set on and then I added these. It was a whole big thing. She's beasted me so many nails and I just play with them. Okay, so now I added blush. Now I'm going to add a little bit of illuminator. Each of these shades adds a little something different, another layer of dimension, another Holly and Zion. Girl, yes, you ain't bugging me. That's what I'm here for. Doesn't it look really pretty? And that's that super freaking dark one. It's not crazy. I'm telling you, they are so pretty. Holly and Zion. I didn't know if it was Zion or like Zion or Zion. I think it's Zion. I think I emailed corporate and was like, can you tell me how to pronounce this? And they were like, you emailed in for this? And I was like, listen, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I emailed in for it. So that's Holly. Wait, hold on. Holly. Okay, this one is Holly. Son, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I got wrapped up in a burrito.
I'm sorry, what?
I got wrapped up like a burrito.
Oh, did you? Why are you like this?
Oh, crap. Oh.
Why are you like this, darling? Hold on, I'm finding Zion. Here it is. This is Zion. Okay. Holly. So that one's Holly and that one's Zion. It's makeup time. No, bending the bristles. Yeah. Ryan, say hi. Everybody say hi. Everybody say hello. They said hello. Say
hello.
Hello. We from the South. This is Zion. Ryan, is it Zion or Zion?
You mean Cyan?
Huh?
Cyan?
No. Zion. Z-I-O-N. Is it Zion or Zion?
Cyan.
It's Zion. The boy has spoken. Can I see the colors? Oh, yes. So yes. So this one is the Zion. Right there. That one's Zion. And this one is, hi, Junior Freedom Barbie. He's Freedom Junior. I love it. And then Holly was the one I have Holly in this palette. This one. So that's those. So Holly and Zion. That's a really pretty combo, actually. Butterscotch, Sedona, Holly, Zion. Like you could really do. Zion. 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 Don't tell me. I say it however I want. Spelled Zion. Oh, okay. Spelled Zion. Pronounced Zion. Okay. I don't know. Please don't make fun of me. I don't know how to pronounce anything. Oh, well, y'all come to, I do it every day though. So I sound like cornbread, so don't listen to me. Zion. I'll be here forever now saying that. What was I going to say? Oh, here's the illuminator. I know that a lot of people think the illuminator is scary, but it ain't. It ain't scary. You just kind of tap that on. What color do you use a lot on your eyeshadow? I use Holly a lot. Chai I usually use as a base color because it's like it's whatever. Thank you. It's whatever. It's whatever you like it to be, darling. Whatever you bloody want. I'm sorry. I think it really is supposed to be Zion. Thank you. Have you guys found my nail girl yet? She does all my custom press-ons. She does like chrome and different colors, and she does all kinds of like designs, and she literally she sends me all kinds of nails to try, and like just different designs and colors and like chrome and mattes. And so yeah, we play with nails a lot. The reason that she does press-ons is because I had after 20 years of religiously going to the nail salon and like getting my nails done, like with the gel, like the pink and white, whatever, the acrylics or whatever. I had an allergic reaction to acetone one day, and I was like, never again. And she's like, oh, I can make you some nails. And I'm like, press-ons? Like, I haven't worn press-ons since like 6th grade and they weren't very great. And she's like, let me make you some. And I was like, girl, you can't make press-ons. Like, she has a master's degree in like legal studies, right? And she's like, I'll make you some nails. And I'm like, what do you do it? Like, you're a scholar. Like, you're scholarly. What are you gonna do making nails? Anyways, they were really good. And I was like, Tiff, these are really good. And she's like, no, they're not. And I was like, you need to do that. Like, you need to make this a business. And then she was like, no, pass. And then I posted them on my social media, like, y'all should go buy some nails from her. And she's like, I don't have anything to make nails. And so she ordered a bunch of stuff and she did like 25 or 30 orders or something. And then now she is like, it's a full-blown like press-on business. She can customize any shape, any style, any design. She made some with my husband's face on them. Hilarious. So good. Okay, so let's do some eyeshadow. So I think that the way I do my eyeshadow tutorials is the best because it's like, explain it to me like I'm 5, right? Is this thing gonna like, what's on my face? Oh, it's just your face. What? Oh, I don't like it. Okay, let's do our eyeshadow. So let's actually try the Zion. Your extrovert friended her into being a boss. Yeah. Yes, basically. Yeah, she makes them. She'll make them. What she does is she'll send you a sizing kit, and then you text her and be like, okay, these are my sizes for each nail, and then you tell her what you want, like what colors. You just go to Pinterest and brain dump your ideas, and she'll be like, how about this? And you'll be like, is that a picture of Harry Potter that you just painted all willy nilly? And she'll be like, yeah. It's wild. I don't know. Okay, so let's start with Zion. So Zion is this color, this one. And we're going to take our eyeshadow brush, and I want to show you, I want to give you the concept of how we're doing our eyeshadow and what makes it easy, okay? When you use your brush, your eyeshadow brush, see how it's a little bit fluffy. If you have a smaller lid, use a smaller brush, okay? I'm going to take this base color real lightly. I'm not bending my bristles. Look how much product I got, okay? Oh my God, Nikki, your eyeshadow always looks good. Okay, this is how much eyeshadow that I put on my brush. We didn't go in there all freaking wild, like Rambo, and just start shooting up the place, right? Like, and look how much you get. Okay, so that little bit of makeup, and I'm just applying this all over the lid. Okay, so I was starting down here in the middle, below the crease, pulling it out, kind of dusting it in, and pulling up onto the hood. If you have a hooded eye, I'm going to get a little bit more, so we start light. I'm about to fist fight my palette. I feel like I'm making my colors muddy together. Does that even make sense? Maybe I need to go up or down a shade. If you're applying it on your face and they look muddy, number one, it could be any of your shades could be wrong. So just text me and we can talk about it. But if you're swirling to blend, that could really, that could make a difference. I'm just using Zion. I'm just going straight in with Zion. I did not do a base at all. So I'm just blending this. If you have a hooded eye, do you see how when I open my eye fully, this hood comes down over the lid, right? If you are someone who is not blessed with eyelids that just stay wide all day, we're going to see how that color comes right up to the crease. We're going to come higher than the crease. We are talking back, absolutely not. I'm not stopping at the crease. I'm coming up onto the hood, and you come up onto the hood. Okay. Pull the color up to Jesus real lightly. So super, super tappy sweepy, really lightly, bringing it up onto the hood. It doesn't have to be super crazy, just very lightly. So the whole idea is to transfer the pigment from the pan, right? So we just need to transfer it just by touching it onto the brush, and then from the brush, transfer to the skin just by tapping. See how it looks a little bit messy? And then lightly use your brush to just lightly. Look how I'm not bending not one single bristle on this brush. Do you see? Lightly. And then y'all be over here like this, and then you're like, why does my eyeshadow look like I got punched in the nostrils by Crayola? Stop it. Sweepies for Jesus! Oh my God, I love it. Hold on. I gotta screenshot that. Sweepies for Jesus. Okay. Hashtag Sweepies for Jesus. I like it. Okay. So I applied that color right here at my lid and just kind of lightly sweeping, not mashing. You should never, ever, ever have any pigment past here, ever. It should only be right there. And if you're bending your bristles, that means you're getting pigment there. Stop it. And then you have to stop. Okay? Stop it. Lightly. Barely, like you should hold on the brush so lightly that it's going to fall, and you should just have just enough pressure on it to hold it steady so that you can put it where you want it to go. Bending the bristles, making them cry. Because you got to do sweepies for Jesus, up to Jesus, okay? So I have a hooded eye, so we're coming up to Jesus. If you stop right here at this crease and this hood is still white, brightness comes forward. That's why we want the bright right here in our T-zone, because that's what comes forward. Darkness pushes back, right? So whenever you have that, the eyeshadow up on the hood, it makes it look smaller. I know a lot of times you would think that like, oh, if I put eyeshadow there, it's going to make it look heavy. No, it looks heavy when it's bright. Okay, just does. Okay, so you can build this up. You can add a little bit more if you want. You can build the look up, or you can keep it right where it is, really light. Either way, it's just a little tappies, little sweepies, just like that. And like build up as much or as little as you want, okay? Lightly. Even when I'm doing the windshield wiper, I'm not digging into my brain to do the windshield wiper. I'm literally just lightly sweeping, okay? Literally. Look. It's like, it's just a baby. It's just a baby. Okay? That's what I want you to say. When you're doing your eyeshadow, I want you to say, it's just a baby. It's just a baby. And then if you're talking like that, then kind of like when you're trying to get your kid to go to sleep, like rockabye, you're not going to scream at your kid while you're trying to get him to go to sleep, right? So we have the soft voice because it softens the child, and they're like, goo goo gaga, right? It's just a baby. It's just a baby. Okay? That's what we're doing with our makeup. Yeah. Like butterfly kisses. Okay? Isn't that a song? Just a baby. That's how we're doing our eyeshadow. So now we're going to add a darker shade. So now let's add this holly color because it's darker. So now we're going to build this color, right? So holly is in the same family. It's just a little bit darker than the whatever. Change the music you're listening to. Yeah, you don't do like play Beastie Boys while you're trying to do your eyeshadow. That'd be funny. Okay, so here you have options. If you want to use depending on the look you want, if you want just a super pop, gonna have it out here looking cute and acting crazy. Yes, girl. If you want just a super little touch of a little bit of drama, use a small, dense brush. Not this fluffy brush that's kind of big. See how much space that takes up? But look how little space that takes up, right? So consider the area, the size of the area where you're applying the eyeshadow, right? So let's do our holly. Little. It's just a baby. It's just a baby. See? It's just a baby. Okay? It's just a baby. Then we're going to take this color and we're just going to tap it right here. Just outer corner, under the crease. We're just depositing it. Okay? So just this little circle spot right here, this little pocket right there, just tap it. Right now we're just dropping it off. We don't go in and just start blending, because what'll happen is if you put the color and just start blending all willy-nilly and you haven't transferred it yet, then you're gonna get like blotchiness. So just put the color there for now. We'll blend it in a minute, okay? Once you get the hang of it, then you won't have to do that anymore, and you're a little bit faster. But right now we're just tapping in that outer corner. It's just a baby, okay? Then you can use that same brush and lightly kind of sweep that color in just a little bit, not mashing into our lids. Okay, and then you just kind of blend up a little bit, and when I open my eye, that darkness disappears. I don't see it anymore. Killing her brushes. Oof! Baby hands, bitch. To be on merge. Baby hands, bitch. Okay, so excuse me, I opened my eye, the darkness kind of disappeared. I want more, so I'm gonna take a little bit more. Just a baby, just a baby. Okay, just a baby. Let's just get a little bit more, and I'm coming up onto the hood. Okay, disappears. So now I see where I want it. So I'm gonna put it right here, just tapping, okay? Just a baby, just a baby. Look, just tapping, okay? Real light, be real light, and then you can always like put it in a, see? Now when I open my eye, you can see that color, right? So now we just blend it. We just blend it to get that little, to get the edges. I was definitely taking out some aggression. Now I flipped my brush over to this fluffy end. The fluffier the brush, even for your face makeup, the more sheer the coverage is going to be. So imagine you have this dense brush, like this buff brush, so you want full coverage. Like, we need full coverage. We're going glam tonight. This is like super tight. Like, these guys ain't bending. Like, they're tight, right? Like, they're just like, don't. And so you just like, we're pressing, right? Because if you try to spread them, they're just like, right? But this guy, for instance, or wait, hold on. Let me find the right fella. This fella, see, he's very fluffy, very bendy, right? Yeah, it's just the tip. Honestly, it's a family show, but still. So fluffy, kind of bendy, right? So these are bendy. These are like flowy. We're flowing in the breeze, right? But this guy is like, I'm not flowing, right? Because I just want to stay in one area. So we're using this to press our makeup in. It's the same thing with our eyeshadow, okay? Super dense brush, because we packed on the pigment right there in that outer corner. So we used a dense brush. This is a dense brush. This is a fluffy brush. This is a fluffy brush. So those bristles are supposed to bend a little bit, right? The brush is saying, get it right, get it tight, yeah. I found you, Miss New Booty. Okay, the fluffy end, because it's fluffy and it's more like flexible, we're kind of going with it, we're going to use this to lightly dust around the edges and soften this pigment, right? And look how it's softening really lightly. I am not stabbing my eyelids with my freaking bristles. It's happy little eyeshadows. It's sweepies for Jesus. See? Look. See how I took that color and just lightly, like right? No psychopath. No psycho blending. We're not doing it. You're killing your makeup. Do it this way and I promise you'll be like, holy bananas. I've just been too rough. Like, go to like kickboxing, or like take out your aggression somewhere else, not on your bristles. Okay, just a baby. We're just a baby. Just a baby. It's just a baby. Right? Outer corner. Tap, tap, tap. No Satan smash. Yes, no Satan smashing. Look, just kind of tapping it. I am transferring the pigment from my brush to my skin. I am not slathering my skin with the pigment. I am just touching my skin so that basically all of the pigment now goes from here to here, right? So see how it's kind of messy and a little bit crazy? Like, that don't look right, right? No, now we blend. Lightly sweeping. Super, super light sweepies for Jesus, okay? Now, this is in my crease. See my crease right here? But I have a hooded eye. So we gotta bring it up a little bit, sister. We gotta bring it up. Bring it up onto the hood. Use the fluffy end and do light sweepies. Super light sweepies. And then you just kind of sweep around it and you'll get this really beautiful light blend. It's just a bit like the baby's sleeping. You gotta be so gentle, okay? The baby's sleeping. If you go all crazy, you're gonna wake the baby, okay? It's really gentle. It's really easy. That's how we're doing our eyeshadow, okay? That's how we're doing our eyeshadow. What everyone is afraid of, and that is to add the drama, like to add like a black, like if you want to go from like day to night and you want to add more drama, I'm going to do this same exact thing, but with black. And I want to show you how crazy it isn't. Okay. So let's say I use this color Salem. You want to go from day to night. You want to maybe add some, eyeliner. Like maybe you want to get a sultry look going on, whatever. Same thing. I want to show you a different brush that you can use also. These are just options. You don't have to use all these brushes at one time. These are just different like ways for, I might not be showing. Oh yes, I will. Okay. This one is called the Bright Brush. So this one, do you see how it's dense and domed? So it's round like a dome, but it's dense. This one is round, or I washed it and it dried like this. But it's a little bit more fluffy. So it's a little bit longer. The bristles are a little more fluffy, right? Let me find a better one. Those bristles are too bendy for me. Here's one. Okay, so it's a little bit more fluffy, okay? So now we want to blend out this. Oh yeah, Revival's a really good one too. All the hood, like you're sitting there trying to look all cute and it's on top of your man's car before he meets you. Yes! All done. I did light pink on the lid, gold on upper lid, and light blue in the corners matches the dress I crocheted. I'm finally, oh my gosh, I want to see it. Send me a picture. Okay, let's get crazy. Let's get crazy. Let's get wild. Okay. Same kind of type of brush. Little bit more fluffy. Just a baby into the black. We can always add more. It's harder to take away. So just a baby. The baby's still sleeping. Okay? So you got it. So I just kind of dust off the excess. Look, not very much, right? It's just right on the tips of those bristles. Same thing. Deposit the pigment. This one's scary because it's black, right? But I'm going to show you. It doesn't have to be super scary. Okay, so we deposited that black right there in that corner. And it disappeared because I opened my eye because I've got a hood. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this brush and just lightly sweep. You don't want to drag your makeup. Like you start dragging your makeup and that's when you start like really getting that like kind of muddy, like that weird uneven patchy look for your eyeshadow. Look how I'm using the fluffiness of this small end to just kind of sweep a little bit more around the edges, and I'm really just blending that black in. See? Now, disappeared a little bit more, so let's add a little bit more. I'm gonna bring it up just a little bit, up to Jesus, up to Jesus, up to Jesus, right? So pretty, so light. Let's use our bigger fluffy end and just kind of lightly sweep. Sweepies. Just I'm not bending not one single bristle. See what I mean? So you can add that really pretty black without being super crazy. And now look how much drama I just added. See what I mean? Like you can literally do anything and then you add a little bit of black and it's just like a little bit of drama. Okay? So that's how you do the black. And then let's do it on this side too because I have OCD and I can't not. We're just going to deposit the black right here. And I know I need to come up on this hood. So I'm just depositing the black. Kind of in a puddle, like, right? Like imagine it's liquid and you're just kind of like putting all the... I was like, because Jade, they're like, put a title here. And I'm like, I don't know what to say. There's no telling what's going to come out of my mouth at any given time. So we're just going to call it an afternoon quickie with makeup. Okay. So we're lightly sweeping. We're using that small brush to kind of just sweep around the edges. We take control over your brush, right? But also let it do the work. It's kind of weird. So you tell the brush where to go, but then you just let it do the work, okay? So you just hold it like to the point where the bristles are barely touching your skin and just let it lightly sweep, okay? Look. See, it's just a baby. The baby's sleeping. It's just a baby. Just a baby amounts. Okay, so now we've added that super darkness. So if you can add black, and look, it doesn't look super crazy, you can add any of these colors and just, it's fine. Do you know what I mean? Quickie but no dicky. Strictly dickly. I never know what's out of my mouth either. Most mom rants about people giving me crap about not having more babies. Oh my God, I love it. You my people. Okay, so now the last tip, let's talk about adding a shimmer. There's two different ways you can do that. One, if you add a shimmer, well, there's three different ways. If you add a shimmer to your lids, you can, if you want it really, really pigmented, like you want it like really good and on there, like you want that pigment to really pop, use your fingertip. Because your fingertip, because it's tacky here and it's tacky here on your skin, it will really get that good kind of grippy and it will hold on to that pigment and it'll get really, really, really pigmented, like a lot pigmented. So let's use something like, what is this one? Crush. I don't want to use Crush. No, I don't want to use Crush today. That's not a good example. Let's just use Foxy. Foxy's a pretty shimmer. So if we take this color Foxy and tap into it with our finger, right? Super kind of pigmented. We're just going to use our finger like a stamp. Oh, Soulmate is pretty too. I always use Soulmate though, so I'm like trying to like switch it up, but Soulmate is so pretty. Okay, so this is Foxy. Oh, did you get some? What kind did she make for you? Okay, so this is one way to apply your shimmer, is with your finger. You get a really good payoff with the shimmer and the pigment, and it's just really, really nice and pigmented, right? If you use a brush, you can also use a brush. It's not as pigmented, but if you use a dense dome brush, it'll still do really good at like packing on the shimmer, the pigment there. It still does a good like it packs it on nicely, but I really feel like you get much more payoff with when you use your finger as a stamp. Glittery green iridescent ones, and then matte and oh, I love the purple pastels. Love it. Okay, so now I've done this color. So this is, she was talking about Soulmate. Amanda mentioned Soulmate, and Soulmate looks really pink online, but it's really not. I'll show you real quick. This one is the one she was talking about. This one's Soulmate. Wicked Witch of the West. Oh my gosh, she'll love doing that. Look, this is Soulmate. See how it's a little bit brighter? And look how intense you can make it. Then this end, with this brush, you can pack it on. So these are the options for packing on shimmer. So use your finger or use your brush, whatever. And it's just a really, like, I usually don't do two shimmers, but I wanted to show you something. It's fine. Okay. So you have your shimmer, pack it on, use your finger, whatever, do whatever you want. I'm not your mama. You complete me. Oh yes, you complete me with, oh yeah, that's really pretty. And I love it. Have you ever tried Leo or what's another? Leo, Havana, like all those are really pretty together. Okay, so now the last thing that I like to do with my eyeshadow, and this is really optional, but I recommend everyone try it at least one time because it's really, really pretty, is I like to take this color called Drift. It's like a champagne shimmer, and I pop it right here with the eye boogers. So kind of where your eye boogers go, and just like pull that up onto the lid. Does your makeup go into the fine lines? Girl, no. This makeup is really, really good for mature skin because it doesn't cake and crease and all of that stuff. So you use very, very little. So number one, you're using less product, but number two, sorry, squirrel. Number one, you use much less product, but number two, because of the nature of the ingredients, like it's highly pigmented and you don't have to use as much. It just kind of it gives you a coverage without like a ton of layers. It's really, really good. All my mature skin ladies love it because why do I have so many of those? Because it doesn't settle in your lines and wrinkles and everything. Okay, so then the last thing that if you wanted to pursue a dark under eye line, which I don't typically do, but I use a lighter shade when I do it. Use any of your shades. Like I'm going to use Chai. This is normally like my base color, and this is the etch brush, and this is just a flat brush, and I line through my lashes. Keep practicing, girl. Keep practicing. You'll get good at it. And it's not about, in my opinion, like you can't really do it wrong. You know, I just feel like it's trying different techniques and trying different brushes and different colors that work for your eye shape and your preferences. I think that's all it is. Okay. So literally just tapping in those lashes along that lash line. This will make a greater impact, even with that super light color, than if you use a black eyeliner. If you're someone who uses black eyeliner, I recommend trying this and letting me know what you think. I think it'll change your life. I really do. Okay, so there's my like eyeshadow tippies. And then if you have, if you use this drift color up under your brow, it really adds a nice pop also. And then I even use this drift color right here. And I like how it enhances that, like, I don't know. I like how it enhances the structure of the face. I don't have lower eyelashes. Does that work if I don't have any? Yes. Then you just keep it just real close to the waterline, just not on the waterline, or else it'll rub off right away and you won't see it. But yeah, just right under that waterline. It'll give the appearance of lashes, and you can even do, I hate to say this because somebody's going to try it and they're going to be like, that's ugly. If you take your Mackenzie Jean, take your mascara. If you don't have lashes on the bottom lash line, I did this for a bride once and it worked really well. And just tap it to like right where the waterline is. And it will make you look like you have really small lashes there. And then hit it with setting spray. Like let it dry for like several minutes and then hit it with setting spray. And it worked really, really well. And it just kind of like, you don't have to like draw on lines. You just tap the mascara to the bottom waterline. Yeah, you have to try it. Let me know what you think. And you find I think the mascara that I used was she wanted me to use the waterproof Essence Lash Princess. They're like, I don't know, $4 or something. You can get them on Amazon, and it's the Lash Princess. I've used that mascara. I like that mascara. I used it for a long time. That one's a really, really good one. And so the brush was so good, and you just like tap it. Oh my God, I'm so excited for you to get married. It's going to be so fun. I want to come. I want to go to like everybody's wedding. Okay, so anyways, those are my makeup tips. I hope that you found them helpful. And if you want swatches of anything, please just like, let me know. Bye, Lisa. No, girl, and you can watch the replay too. I use the Tarte, Lights Camera Lashes. Usually the waterproof one. I don't know if this isn't the water. I think that maybe they're all waterproof. I don't know. This is my favorite one, but I only use it on my bottom lashes. The top lashes are just the DIY Lashify. So if you want the code for my lashes, just comment lashes. But if you want to get color match for this makeup, please trust me to do you right. I'll do it the right way, and I will get you the shades that you need and do all the things and help you like through the whole process. And then when you get your makeup, and then I'll be like, girl, how do you like it? What do you need? What's going on? And then I'll ask you all the questions, and then you can stay in touch with me, and then we can be best friends. Anyways, that's what I really like. That I really like connecting with my customers like that. So please, get a color match. Just comment match. Yeah, Gloriana, do you want to just text me a new selfie? Just text me a new selfie. It's fine. Lashes, and I want to see your pics for me when I can get in. Yeah, girl, I'll go right after this. I want to read your message anyway, so I'll go right. It's sunny now. You can don't take a picture in the sunlight. Like even if, like the sun is out but my blinds are closed. Like you don't want direct sunlight because it'll look orange. Like it'll make your face look much warmer than it is, and then I'll match you wrong. So try to just do like cloudy or just with the blinds closed or something. Just natural light, whatever. Just not sunlight. Okay, anyways, I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Happy pre-Friday. Tomorrow is the big Friday. And yeah, I'll go live tonight on my Facebook too. Just to kind of connect with my ladies over there. All right, I love you guys. Bye.